All right, so I really don't care if anyone hops on here, but I think I'm going to share this as an IGTV. So I posted something on my story today about, just manifesting everything you want. And I want other women, especially, but just people in general, to see that, oh, she manifested that shit, she made that shit happen, so can I. I don't want it to be an intimidation factor. And sometimes things hit people in certain ways and their ego is like, ugh, like, I don't know if I can do that. That self-doubt that's conditioned in your mind from other people's projections of what they can't do. Think about what I just said. The conditioning in your mind is from other people's projections of what they can't do. So they are putting in your head that you can't do what you want because they couldn't make it happen for them. Never take advice from someone who doesn't have what you want. Never do that shit. Never. No voices allowed. Your vision is the only one. And if they don't see it, it doesn't matter. Now, I shared some commentary on that story that was basically saying, that when I first started changing my life, my family did not believe in me. They didn't see my vision. They thought I was crazy. They didn't understand because I was living an extremely toxic lifestyle. I was going out and partying all the time. I was hanging around the wrong people that didn't have my best interests at heart. I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was just basically just getting into trouble, and I kept putting myself in these bad positions, and bad things kept happening. Do bad and bad things will happen. Do good and good things will happen. This is the simplest rule to live by. I promise you, whenever someone's like, oh, I don't know why that happened to me, I'm like, did you do something bad? Like, are you reflecting that energy? Even if you didn't do something bad, are you reflecting and attracting that energy? Are you allowing, again, people's projections of you get into your subconscious and allow your subconscious to open yourself and your life up to that type of energy? If you are allowing that and things are being attracted to you and certain things are happening in your life, it's because your reality is a reflection of your energy. So be focused on that. But back to the story. Basically, my life changed in 30 days. Now, when I was 21, this is crazy. I actually did not come on here to plan to talk about this, and I've never actually talked about this on Instagram, I don't think. When I was 21, I got kidnapped twice. Not once, but twice. 2 fucking times. Okay? So, first time was out downtown, actually at Power Plant Live in Baltimore City. A lot of my local people know where it is. It's like 14 bars in one, right? And they're all different themes. And I used to drink a lot. Like I would drink like a water bottle full of like box wine before I would go out. I'd have it in the Uber on the way to the bar. And then I would have like 3 mixed drinks. I would always mix what I was drinking. And then I would take shots. And it was like a really toxic lifestyle. Like I was getting blackout all the time. And now I knew the difference between blackout drunk and getting drugged. And I was definitely drugged. And after the first time it happened, I'm not going to get into the details of the story. Maybe one day I will. But the first time it happened was a really bad experience. And I still didn't change my ways. I still did not change. It wasn't enough for me. I didn't hate myself enough. I didn't take enough self-accountability to say the actions that I did leading up to that moment of me getting drugged and taken from the bar, and they wanted to sell me. Like that's what the fuck was gonna happen if I didn't get saved. And like I said, maybe one day I'll go into those details. I don't want to right now. But I was not taking enough radical self-responsibility to change my life yet at that time. And a few months later, that shit happened. Okay, I just turned my Wi-Fi off. Sorry about that. It said I had poor connection. So, so then it happened again. Literally like a few months fucking later, I got drugged in the same bar, in Power Plant Live. And it was Yeah, I got taken to a different state actually. And I don't think that the people that took me were the ones that put something in my drink. But I did get taken to Pennsylvania from Baltimore City. They dropped me off in front of my house. I called one of my best friends at the time, and he's still one of my really close friends. Shout out you, you know who you are. You're the only one who looked out for me. One person. I don't talk to really any of those people anymore because I was out with 15 people that night, and not one fucking person noticed I was gone. Until 3 p.m. the next day, I was already home. Everything had already happened. And that's the power of being around the wrong people, right? So my one friend was literally, he worked on Saturday mornings at her old job. And he was going to come and get me. And I couldn't even say my address right. Somehow I told this couple where I lived. They dropped me off. It was, yeah, crazy. So life literally had to, not once, but twice, do something extremely radical to me for me to wake the fuck up. For me to wake the fuck up. And after that moment, I went into overdrive. I went a little too extreme because if you know me, I can be an extremist and I'm handling this better. Shout out to my best friend, Christy, because she's helping me out with that a lot and just not going super ham because that stuff doesn't last. You got to make gradual changes to really make an impact in your life and maintain the impact in your life. But my first real transition occurred within like 30 days. So at first I went completely cut everything cold turkey, stopped smoking, stopped drinking. I was extreme pothead. I had really bad drinking habits, obviously, as well. We already went over that. And I stopped everything cold fucking turkey. I went fully vegan, which I wasn't even into the whole vegan movement. I just did it as a discipline thing. And I actually bought an influencer called Kathy Drayton. She has a Get Thick plan. It really works. My pants didn't fit after 6 days. So shout out to her too. But I did her plan, chose the vegan plan, was eating 6 meals a day, snacking at certain times of the day, drinking a gallon of water. I was, working out 5 hours a day. It was ridiculous, right? And it was extreme. And then one day my family bought Squire's Pizza. If you're from Baltimore, you know what I'm talking about. Meat Sauce Squire's Pizza, shit's fire. And when no one was home, I ate a piece of pizza and I broke everything. And I realized that I didn't do any of the inner work. That I just avoided everything, completely went left field, extreme as shit. And this only lasted 6 to 8 weeks. And then I just fell all the way off. And it was and this was when my skin was the worst of my life. I had and this is all just scarring. I'm actually healing again. In which my scarring will go away. It always does. So it was horrible. I can show you guys pictures. Or actually, I think I have them in my testimonials highlight. You can check them out. It was the worst, and I was eating extremely clean, basically broccoli and quinoa, and drinking a gallon of water a day. I wasn't drinking Kangen at the time. I was drinking the gallons that you could buy for $1 from fucking Walmart, because estrogen in plastic, don't forget that. So, yeah, I was extremely disciplined. I completely changed everything about my life. I literally didn't hang out with anybody because I realized all my friends were shit, except for 2 of them. And yeah, when I dropped off, I was just what the fuck? That didn't work. My heart is still broken. My trauma is still leading my life. It's still guiding me. And so from then on, I started doing the work. I started journaling. I started waking up at the same time every day. Rewind. A little bit after that, I got fired from my job. I was dealing with sexual harassment from my boss, emotional harassment, emotional abuse from my boss. It was really a lot and was adding probably to my acne and my health and my mental health. And then he ended up firing me, ironically. So then I went full-time on my business. I had started a month before, so I wasn't making money yet. And we didn't really have a system. And so when I went full-time with my business, I did not look back. I locked myself in my bedroom. I made an entire whiteboard of affirmations, and I literally just went ham doing the same thing every morning. I would wake up, I would do my gratitude. I did the book called The Magic. So I would do that every single day for 30 days. And this is the month that literally changed my fucking life. Like, changed my entire fucking life. And I was never the same person after those 30 days. I did the magic every single day for 30 days. I did affirmations based on the person that I wanted to be that I wasn't yet. And every morning I slept with my whiteboard in my bed and I recited these to myself. And I reminded myself that I was going to act as that person. I was going to act as I was already this beautiful, strong woman every single day. So I started my morning with gratitude and affirmations and meditation. I did the 6-phase meditation. If you've never heard of it, look it up. I did the 6-phase meditation as well. And these things changed my life. And that was the first month that I made money online. That was the first month that I really let go of my anxiety. I healed myself from anxiety and depression in 30 days. And the growth wasn't over, but this was a massive turning point and breaking point of my old psyche, of my old patterns, and of the conditioning of the people around me and their limiting beliefs they were projecting onto me. Those limiting beliefs saying that, oh, you're gonna be just like your mother. My mom is an alcoholic that hasn't had a job in 10 years. Oh, you're not gonna be shit like everyone else in your town. Oh, blah, 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 this and that. Those are their views. Those are their limiting beliefs that they think they cannot break. They think they cannot break their generational curses. They think they're going to be like everybody in their town. And as long as you are doing the work and you are putting in the time into yourself and your personal growth, because trust me, you cannot fucking skip over the trauma. Like, you can't. You will not be as successful as you want to be. It doesn't matter if I just had this conversation with one of my really good friends who has a very, very successful business right now, multiple 6 figures. And he was dealing with some things, and he mentioned that, you know, he was just talking to me, and I was like, apply your business principles to your personal life. That's going to change everything for you. So it doesn't matter. And he did it, and it worked. Because the best learners, the ones that have the best lives, that get everything they want and they manifest everything, they learn and they apply immediately. Those are the people that get what they want, is they take the action as soon as they see the solution, they take the action. Those are the people that get what they want. So it doesn't matter if you literally have everything planned out, if you create a business plan, you do everything to spot on, and you know, all of that. You can still make money, but you will never be fulfilled, you will never be happy, and you will never hit the levels that you are destined to hit if you do not do the inner work. If you avoid that inner work, because it fucking hurts and it slows things down for sure, but if you avoid that inner work, you will never be the person that you are meant to become. So I'm gonna leave it at that. This was a long ass video, but I think I'm gonna post it as an IGTV. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. DM me if you feel like you can't leave a public comment. My DMs are always open. If there's something that you've went through, if you are just showing up now, I talked about the fact that I was kidnapped twice when I was 21. I'm 25 now. I've done a lot of work, but I really transformed my life in those 30 fucking days and never looked back. And the work that I've done in the past 3-4 years, no one believed in me, and I made that shit pop anyway. So my point is to inspire you guys that it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you put in the work and you put your head down, you're gonna do it. So I love y'all. Leave comments, share this video on your story, share it in the DMs with someone that you think would benefit from hearing my story or from talking directly to me. I'm here to help. And if you ever want to bounce off ideas, if you ever want to talk about things that you haven't talked about, you know, my DMs are always open and it's always going to be confidential. I love you. Have a great day.